Good morning. We are starting off this morning lying down on our mats. Your legs can be stretched out if you want, but you might find it's just a little gentler to have your legs bent and your knees knocking in toward each other. That way you may feel just a little bit more of a natural curve in your spine. Your head is relaxed, ideally all the way back on the mat, but if you can't quite comfortably reach it there, go ahead and pop a pillow or a blanket or something underneath your head so that your head can relax along with the rest of your body. Arms are wherever you like. Perhaps that's palms facing up with your arms to your side. Maybe you like to do cactus arms, feeling that chest open up. Whatever feels good is correct. And we're going to start breathing nice and easy, slowly in through the nose, filling up your lungs. And as we exhale, passively exhale. Feel your body soften, feel your ribcage soften down into the floor. And as you breathe in through the nose, imagine that breath swirling up through the front of your head, all the way around the back of your head, all the way down into your spine, and filling your belly up from the bottom up. Feeling your whole abdomen rise as we inhale, and as we exhale, send that breath out. Maybe imagining that path coming up through the front of the body so that you can make sort of an elliptical shape in your mind that breath is taking. And as we're breathing slowly, deeply, think about, you don't have to imagine, but think about what you'd like to get out of today's workout. We're going to take it maybe just a little bit gentler than a usual knee workout today, but it's always as gentle as you want to take it. So you can opt in for some harder modifications, you can opt in for some gentler modifications. Just check in with your body as we go and see what it feels like doing in the moment. You can always return to this position or any other position of recovery, and then reconvene whenever you feel like rejoining the group. So if your legs are straight, go ahead and bend them up now, and if your knees are bent, go ahead and move your knees out so that you're aligned from your hip to your knee to your ankle, just a nice straight lines there. We'll reach our hands right up above our chest, maybe your fingertips right up above the armpit, and then turn your palms inward. And as we inhale, I want you to reach your thumbs down toward the floor or up over your head. Feel your chest rise, feel your ribs expand, and as we exhale, make the shape of a snow angel on the floor around you. So as we inhale, we'll come up and over, and as we exhale, we'll come wide and around. Don't worry about doing that with me or with anybody else, but do just match that to your breath. Don't be in a hurry. We're going to do 50 minutes of yoga one way or the other, so fill in that space with nice, smooth, comfortable breaths. And one more time. Once you finish that breath, your hands are down by your hips. We're just going to reverse that range of motion. Inhaling, snow angel reaches up, and as we exhale, bring your hands around by way of the ceiling, up and down toward the thighs. And if that feels challenging for the shoulders, modify it so it doesn't. Let's let this feel pretty good. There's lots of time for it to feel challenging. If you like this, does not need to be one of them. And on your next exhale, your hands end up down by your side. Go ahead and let them rest there. Hands down by your hips. We'll bend our knees a little bit more, bringing the heels in pretty close to the booty. And this time as we inhale, I want you to push your feet into the floor to elevate your hips in a shoulder bridge. So you might be tempted to make that happen by squeezing your butt, and probably your butt's going to squeeze a little bit. But let's see if we can really just push the feet into the floor. Make a really footprinty shaped footprint down there on the ground. Your hips are up as high as they want to come. Can you release the glutes there? Get them nice and squishy. Just make that come from pushing with your hamstrings. Now now, as you squeeze your glutes, lift your hips just a little bit higher and see if you can feel a little bit of opening up the front of the leg in front of the hip. If you don't feel it, especially, don't worry, it's still happening. Draw your knees in gently toward one another, squeezing like you're trying to hold a, maybe not a beach ball, but a little ball in between your knees. Inhale at the top of that, and as we exhale, bring your hips back down. Both the knees come in toward the chest, give your legs a little squeeze. Now, we're going to do that a little bit quicker. We're going to move with our breath. So as we inhale, we're going to bring our feet down. As we exhale, lift the hips up. As we inhale, bring the hips down. And as we exhale, knees come into the chest. That's nice. So keep this slow so that you can feel all of the wonderful things that are happening along the way. Hopefully, feeling a little bit wonderful. Breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. We are not in a hurry, but we're exploring the feeling of flow. So when we talk about flow in yoga, that means we're not rushing to get to the posture, but we're feeling all of those spaces in between. Maybe you never actually get anywhere because you're moving the whole time. In which case, you are perfect. The rest of us will be productively imperfect. Good. And the next time you get your hips up, go ahead and hold them up. Really push your feet into the floor and get that footprint, D-shaped footprint on the floor. Your toes are all pushing down into the ground. Your arch is lifting. Your glutes are squeezed. Your hips are high. And if you like to, you can walk your shoulder blades together so that you're resting not on your shoulder blades, but maybe on the back of your arms, on the triceps. You can hold onto your hands underneath your butt if you like. And you're getting a little back bend shape right there. Again, drawing those knees in toward each other just a little bit, like you're holding a, let's say, a grapefruit in between your knees. Don't juice it though. Good. Let's walk those shoulder blades apart. Now we're resting back on the upper back as we roll back down. And we're going to take the left leg in toward the chest. Right leg can stay bent, or you can stretch it out long. One of those is probably going to feel better to you, and that one is the correct choice. As we hold that left knee in toward the chest, let's pull it just a little bit off center so that it's reaching towards your armpit. See if you can feel that right hip opening. Exhaling, relaxing all of the muscles. This is a pretty passive stretch. Think about how beautifully aligned your posture is right now in a horizontal way. If we can keep this really wonderful posture as we're standing up, well, that's the goal. Good. As we inhale, we're just going to pass our legs as we switch from one to the other. Exhale, now your right leg is in toward the chest. Go ahead and move it out toward the side just a little bit so it's coming up towards your armpit. Does that feel nice?
Yes.
Yeah, good. This is a real win-win of a yoga pose. It feels good. It's really good for you. It's kind of easy. Has a hilarious name. Do you guys know what this one's called? That's right, wind releasing pose. Toot toot. So if that happens, you know you're not the first. They literally named it after that. I'm sure they meant breath.
Right.
Let's pass along the way as we switch back to the left leg. Right leg's down on the floor. Whether it's straight or bent, your choice. Let's extend that left leg just enough that we feel that stretch behind the leg, right there in the hamstrings, back of the thigh. And you can circle your ankles around, or you can just hold it. If you don't feel like moving around, it still works. Circle back the other way if you're making circles. And then relax that ankle. So whether you're holding onto your calf, excuse me, or holding onto your thigh, is A-okay. Try not to hold on right behind the knees. We're gonna put a little pressure on. So I'm holding my leg here and I'm gonna push my leg as if I'm trying to bring it down, but my arms won't let me. So we're gonna do that for 10 seconds. So take a big breath in, and then exhale, push that leg into your hand. You're pulling with your arms, you're pushing with your legs, and it's not actually moving, but we're just contracting all the way at the back of the leg. I hear you guys breathing, so that's a good sign. While you're pushing, take one more slow, deep breath in. And without going anywhere, exhale, relax. See if you can hold that same exact shape. But now nothing squeezy. Now another deep breath in. And as you exhale, see if you can move that leg just a little closer to the chest. You might find you get a little bit more comfortable range of motion. That kind of stretching is called proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. How about that? Or we can call it contract and release stretching. It's actually a super cool way to increase your flexibility. I think it's super cool. We're going to find out if you think so. Now, you've got that leg a little closer or not. We're going to do that one more time on this leg. So take a big breath in, and as we exhale, without moving, push that leg into your hand like you're trying to bring it down. You're feeling a nice big flex, maybe all the way from the butt to the calves. You're breathing the whole time. Don't go and hold it, but push, 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 and breathe, breathe, breathe. I might take some of us back. And then hold a big deep breath in right here. And as you exhale, without moving the leg, relax that. And then one more deep breath in. And as we exhale, see if you get another half an inch out of that pole. Maybe yes, maybe no. Did anybody feel a difference? Yeah. Kind of neat, isn't it? We won't do that every time. On your next exhale, bend that knee a lot. Let it rotate out. So you're making the shape of a backwards number 7, and maybe you want to pick that leg up with that right leg. Maybe you want to hang on to your right leg to keep that comfortable. Now we've moved that stretch into our glutes. So you're hanging on to that right leg, maybe, and we're going to uncross that left leg and put it on the floor. If you're not holding on to the right leg, go ahead and bring it in. On your next inhale, extend that leg to your content, and then exhale and hold it. Whether you're holding on thigh or calf, just depends on your comfort. And you can circle that ankle if you like that. And then back the other way. Good. Relax the ankle. Take a nice deep breath in, holding that stretch. And as you exhale, push that leg into your hand and pull your hands into that leg, just really activating the whole back side of that leg from the glute down to the calf. Pushing and still breathing. Pushing, pushing, pushing. We'll hold for 10, 9, 8. Take a big deep breath in, still pushing. And as we exhale, we're not going anywhere. Relax that. Same shape, just relaxed muscles. Good. Slow, easy inhale right there. And as we exhale, see if we can move that leg just a little closer to the chest. And if the answer is no, that's okay. Don't force it. It's a useful stretching tool, whether you feel that dramatically or subtly. It gives us a really nice long lengthening of the hamstring. And we're going to do it one more time, guys. Big breath in. And as we exhale, push your leg into your hand. Pull your hands into your leg. Really like you want to bring that heel down, down, down toward the floor. And push and breathe. Everybody breathing? Everybody pushing? All right. And let's hold it for 5, 4, keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. Don't go anywhere. Big breath in. Exhale, relax. Nice soft squishy muscles now. Big breath in, exhale, see if you can get just an extra little bit, just an extra little nudge out of that stretch. Wonderful work, guys. Good, so if you feel like you're the kind of person who wants to bounce into a stretch because you want that leg to get closer to you, this is a much safer way to increase your range of motion, to really deepen that stretch. Bouncing can lead to some trouble. Good. On your next exhale, let's bend that right leg. Let it roll out so we're making the shape of a number 7. You can hold it right there if you like, or you can bring that left leg up to catch it. Nice. Good. Everything's pretty relaxed here. There's a little bit of muscle work going on to support that leg, but hands relaxed. Try to feel as restorative in this posture as you can. We're going to stand up in a little bit, but first, we're going to take one more super restorative pose. Let's uncross the legs, put the soles of your feet together there. Let your heels drop down towards your hips. You can hang out to the ankles. You can hang out to the toes. You can hang out to your arches, whatever feels good. And you can stay right there like that if you like, or you can reach your hands around your outer arches or in through the inner arches. Keeping your knees pretty close to your armpits. We're going to peel our feet, our footprints up toward the ceiling. This is our happy baby pose. And if you like to rock your baby, you should. We want this one to feel nice. It's opening your hips, it's stretching your lower back and your hamstrings. Feels quite nice, hopefully. You can stay in happy baby, or you could make it a little gentler by coming back to that diamond-shaped leg, or if you want just a little deeper opening of the inner thighs, you can extend your legs out to a wide V. Flex your feet if you like a lot of sensation in that stretch. Imagine that you had ankle weights on, pulling those legs down toward the floor. I actually really like to do the stretch with ankle weights on. It's fairly intense. Good hip opener. So whichever variation of this you've chosen, we're just going to hold it for about 10 more seconds. And then you can come out of it any way you like. I like to take the hands right there to the outer thighs and just use my hands to help close that, because that stretch starts to feel a little tough toward the end. Let's crisscross the ankles, and you can either roll up with a little momentum, or you can roll over onto your side and press up from there. Maybe that blood pressure needs just a moment, but we're going to work our way over onto our hands and knees. And this is always my cue to remind you that there is no benefit to being in pain while you're doing yoga. So if this hurts your wrists, go ahead and either roll up your mat, or you can put a blanket under them, or if you want to put that blanket under your knees, anything that makes this feel a little bit more comfortable so that we can lean into the work rather than lean into the trying not to be in pain. A long way of saying get comfortable here. We're going to go into our tiger pose. So I'd like for you to extend your right leg out, push with the heel, squeeze your glutes, lift your belly. We're going to take that left arm out in front of you, and then we're going to circle that left arm back, and we're going to bend that right leg. And that might be all the tiger you need. If you can, and you feel like it, you can reach back and grab a hold of that right foot with your inner arch. And that might be all the tiger you need. But if you got a little bit more in you, I want you to push that right foot into your left hand, open your chest up, and give you just a little bit of a back bend. It's going to look a little different for all of us.
then all you have to do is breathe. So feel that rotation of your chest toward the left side. Feel that lifting of your thigh bone. I'm getting a little cramp in my foot, so I'm going to tap that out. And then take a big breath and exhale. Release that. And then just for my benefit, because I just got a foot cramp, maybe you did too. I'm going to take a little foot stretch. Tuck the toes under and lean back just a little bit. Once that little muscle in the middle of the foot starts to cramp up, there is nothing to do but to appease it. Good. We're going to do the other side now. So we're going to take that left leg, reach it way out. Feel that glute squeeze. Feel that core work immediately begin. Right arm reaches out. Maybe that's enough for you right there, but probably you can reach that hand back. Probably can bend that knee just a little bit, but see what feels good. My assumptions are not always correct. If you can catch that foot, you can catch the foot. If you can just catch the back of your pants or something once you get there, that's okay. We're going to roll our chest open to the right, and then we're going to push that foot into the hand, creating a little bit of a back bend here. Really opening up the hips, stretching quadriceps, stretching abdominals, stretching all sorts of stuff. Keep breathing. That's really the only thing that matters here. Good. Big breath in. And as you exhale, release on out of that. Press it on back to child's pose. Child's pose either with your knees closed, or if you prefer, you can open your knees out. Let your forehead come down to the floor, or let your forehead come to your hands, or let your forehead come to a yoga block. Anything that feels good. From here, lift up just a little bit. Take one arm and thread it under the armpit and the other side. Good. Yeah. Whichever way you want to go. We're just going to go from one to the other. A little stretch in the back of the shoulder. Hopefully a position of relative comfort. Let's inhale as we switch sides. Exhale as you lean into that same stretch on the opposite side. Good, let's unthread that needle. Pull your body weight forward, and we're going to take our thighs parallel. Tuck the toes under, and we're going to head up into downward facing dog. So let's push our fingertips into the floor as we lift our hips up high. Your knees are a little bit soft, your chest drifts towards your thighs. Sitting bones trying to poke right out up toward the ceiling there, making the shape of an upside down V. Nice job, guys. You're going to lift up the right leg, float it way up as high as it feels high to you. As you exhale, let that left heel drop down toward the floor. Big stretch, good. Big breath in, exhale, set that down. Left leg comes up as we inhale. Exhale, drop that right heel down toward the floor. Good. Now we're going to come out of this by taking that left leg forward as if it's going to come right out there by your left pinky finger. And if it does, go ahead and get it there in one step. Probably it's going to take a little moment of readjustment. So we're going to bring our right knee down toward the floor. Good. We've got our left foot right out here by the left pinky toe. So pinch that foot around and do what you got to do. Good. So, everybody, I'm going to switch a couple of you who are doing the same leg as me, so I'm mirroring you. So let's get that left leg out in front. You're going to lunge on your left leg. Left leg front, right leg, right knee back. There we go. Yep. Yeah, I'm mirroring you. That's
right. You're on the other side.
That's right, because I want us to look at each other. Yeah. But first, before we look at each other, we're going to look away from each other. So your right hand is on the floor, and your left hand is going to reach up. You're looking out the back window there. This is called simple twist. Doesn't feel all that simple. And we're gonna make it less simple. So your left hand is gonna come down to the small of your back, maybe wrap it around the back, and really open that shoulder up. Can you look up toward the ceiling? Yeah, you can. Good. That's beautiful. Does that feel nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Can you shift your weight into your left foot just a little bit? Very nice. Good. Let's take that left hand up and around and maybe grab that yoga block. And we're going to try to put our left elbow either on the floor or on the yoga block, right inside of that leg. Actually, that was set in a way, and I know that this video is not going to be very useful as it's dark. See what I let you guys talk me into? It's okay. We'll do another one. So you've got your left elbow on the floor or on a yoga block, and this is our lizard pose. This is probably going to be enough for most of us. If you're like, I want more, tuck that toe under and lengthen out that back leg. I knew who was going to do that. Who's breathing?
Still here.
Good. So I don't want you. All right, if your back knee is up, go ahead and let that come down. Untuck the toe, walk up to 2 arms, and then walk your hands back, extending that left leg. You can frame that leg with your hands. You can bring it back towards center if you like. Here we are in half split. Maybe you want to use your blocks. Here, I should get my block close, which makes that a little bit easier. You have a block to lean on. Pull your toes back towards your face. Reach your chest out towards your toes. And on your next exhale, soften your spine. You can look down at that right thigh. Let's take the hands inside of that left leg and sweep it around. Tap your toes out. Walk your hands forward just a little bit. Tuck your toes under. We're going right back up to downward facing dog. Knees are soft. Sitting bones are high. See if you can move your rib cage just a little closer to your thighs. This time we're going to lift up the left leg. That's the one that was just out in front. Lift it up as we inhale. As we exhale, bend your knee and see if you can stack your hips. Just like you're a dog in a fire hydrant. Open out those hips and then try to square your shoulders off toward the floor. Nice. You got it, guys. Inhale, lift that leg up. Exhale, set it back down. This time the right leg comes up. You can hold it right there if that's enough, but if you want to try that, bend that knee, stack your hips to open. This is our scorpion-shaped 3-legged dog. It's a toughie. Nice hip opener. As we inhale, we're going to reach that right leg up, and guys, we're going to try and step that right leg out toward the pinky toe. Pinky finger. There we go. Yep. Right leg lunge in front. You can bring your left knee down toward the floor. Take those adjustments. If you made it that far, just pick that leg up and move it on out. Sometimes we're about the journey. Sometimes we will just take the destination. Nice. Good. So from here, take your right arm and reach it up. We're doing a simple twist. You're looking toward me. Hi. And you can stay right there, or you can bring that hand around. Rotate open. Maybe look up toward the ceiling beyond that right shoulder. So beautiful. Good. That right arm's going to come up and around, and maybe it's going to come down elbow to block in lizard pose, or just get it closer to the floor. Or if you have the ability to, you can come on down to the floor. And if you like to, you can tuck the toes under on that left leg and drive that out for a little bit deeper stretch here, lizard. Up or down, they're both kind of wonderful.
or both can be horrible, depending on how you like it. Let's walk that up to nice long arms, and on your exhale, just gradually make your way back to half split, extending that right leg, maybe framing the foot with the hands, or you can keep it off to the side if you like it better that way. You can use your yoga blocks to elevate your chest a little bit. This is one of those stretches that looks pretty easy and does not feel that easy at all, I don't think. Good job, guys. Nice long spine, chest reaching toward the toes. You guys look incredible. On your next exhale, if you like to, try softening your spine and see how that feels. Good. So we're going to come out of this one a little differently than last time. We're going to walk forward as if we were going to come back to a big lunge, and you kind of are for a second. But I want you to scooch that back leg forward until you find yourself toward the top of your mat. Use your blocks for help. Do what you gotta do. When you end up standing at the front of the mat, your feet are about hip distance apart. Your spine is really soft. So hold that fold. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn the lights on because I can just see how dark this is on the camera. And I want our home viewers to see what's going on. I know it's really bright. I'm hopeful that at some point we can find a setting that's slightly less bright than setting number one. Where's that microphone? There it is. There we go. So bend your knees a whole lot on your inhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to slowly let your blood pressure adjust, because that was an awfully long time down on the ground. And when we get to the top, we're going to stand up nice and tall. Hands are down by our sides in mountain pose. Good. If you would like to, for balance, you can move your stance out a little wider. If you like to narrow your stance for a little bit more core, you can do that as well. Let's take a big breath as we do. Sweep the arms up overhead, and as we exhale, draw your thumbs back in your body, your hips forward, I should say, for a little back bend. As we excuse me, I'm so sorry that came on over. As we inhale, come on back up, and as we exhale, let's take it through to a fold. Let your head hang on down. Very nice. Inhale, bend the knees a whole lot, and as we exhale, roll that back up. I just want to do that one more time. Hands are by your side in mountain pose. Inhale as we reach up. Exhale, leaning into that really gorgeous back bend. As we inhale, come on back up, and exhale, coming through the forward fold. And bend your knees a whole lot, and exhale as we roll it up and back. Good. Take the leg closest to me, and then step that back so you're opening out to face the front of the room. Microphone went all over the place while I was upside down, so just a little adjustment. Good. All right, legs are as wide as you like to have them. Generally, a rule of thumb is if your toes are under your wrist, is probably a good place to start. You can go wider or narrow as you like. We're going to pick up that right heel and turn it off toward the right, and your left. Turn your right toes out to the right, and as we exhale, bend that knee heading into Warrior Two. Good, so take some adjustments there if you need to. Nice. Belly is tight, bottom of the rib cage tucks in, shoulder blades sink down away from the ears.
Take your eye gaze down toward the right foot. Actually, take your eye gaze on me for just a second. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk that right foot back just a little bit to make some space for balance as we head into warrior one. So your left hand is gonna sweep down, and as it passes the hip, it's gonna start to take that hip with it. And then we inhale, facing the right side. We're in warrior one. You're trying to point your two hip bones right over the short end of the mat there. Chest is up high, shoulder blades sink down the back. Good. Inhale in this position, maybe a little back bend if you like, and as we exhale, we're gonna open right back out to warrior two. That hip pulls open. That knee tries to come with it, but we're gonna keep it pushing back toward the pinky toe. Good. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale as we start to rotate the hips. Exhale. Your very best work here in warrior one. Inhale as we bring that around, and exhale, hips are back open to warrior two. Good. One more time like that, and I'm gonna make it a little harder. Inhale as we sweep that around, and exhale. Good. Breath in as we start to open, and as we exhale, we're back to warrior two. So you take a little break anytime you need to with the arms, whatever, but here's what we're gonna do. I want you to watch me do it this first time, because I'm gonna come up to the ball of the foot on the left there as we sweep through. And now we're in a crescent lunge on the ball of the foot. Hips are more able to face the side, more easily able to, but the balance is harder as you're in the ball of your foot. Breath in here, and as we exhale, we open out. We get that heel back on the floor in warrior two. We're gonna try that with me. Inhale, picking up the heel. Exhale, crescent lunge. Now if that doesn't work for you, you're like, that is just too much balance for you, go back to what we did with the warrior one. Breath in, breath out, warrior two. Good, 2 more times. Breath in, either crescent lunge or warrior one. Exhale there. Breath in, bring it back around. Breath out, warrior two. Good, last one. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and here we are, back at warrior two. Good work. We're gonna lift up that right heel, bend the knees a little bit more, put that heel down. Reach out toward the right. Exhale, find your extended side angle. For a hot second, that feels easier because you can lean on that thigh, and then it does not feel easier anymore because it's a hard posture. Left arm sweeps around, maybe hand to hip, maybe hand behind you, maybe hand all the way around, grabbing that right thigh bone. Can you maybe look up over that left shoulder? Can you maybe release that right arm and let your core do all the holding up? That's hard. Big breath in, and exhale, hold. Next breath in, release that bind. Come on up to warrior two. Exhale there. Yep, don't worry. Inhale, straighten that right leg. And as we exhale, we're gonna reverse triangle it. Nice. Arms come back out to the side. Turn your toes forward. Adjust your legs so that you're right next to each other. Breath in, heels come in. Exhale, come on down into goddess pose. Get down there. Pull your knees back towards your pinky toes. When I say get down there, get as low as you can, and know you can still get back up. Good job, guys. As we inhale, come up, we're gonna turn our toes forward. And then as we exhale, we've got a wide leg forward fold. Maybe your fingers are gonna come to your block, maybe to the floor, maybe you just wanna dangle, that's okay. Head is relaxed. That's our hard stuff today. We gotta do it to the other side, and then we'll probably need to make our way down to the floor. All right, so turn your toes out, bend your knees a lot, You can get as low as you feel like you want to here. You're gonna take the forearms to the thighs. Maybe push them open, maybe sink your butt. Find the place where this works for you. We're all gonna look a little different here. I taught in North Portland on Saturday, and there was a guy in my class that did the same posture. His butt was probably that close to the floor. I was just like, oh, why don't you get up from there? And he did. He used just strength. So let's push into the thighs as we need to come on up. We're gonna do all that again. Find your happy place, whatever that posture is, wherever that feels good. Right heel to the right, left toes to the left, chest is high. Exhale, bend your knee. Nice job. That's our nice warrior two. It's comfortable because we know how to do it, but it's not that comfortable if you hold it for a really long time, so you know it's still working. Let's take that eye gaze down toward that left leg, and we're going to move it back just a little bit, just to create some space to do that warrior one. So right arm sweeps down. Both of your hip points, trying to point out over the short end of the mat there. Don't come out of that knee, boy, it's tempting, but keep that knee bent as well as you can. Breath in right here, and as we exhale, open that hip out. We're back to warrior two. Good. Breath in, take that hip with you. Breath out, warrior one. Inhale, big breath as we start to rotate back. Exhale, we're back in warrior two. Beautiful, you guys. Breath in, sweeping around, and exhale. It's a very victorious posture here, warrior one. Inhale as we come back, and exhale. So you can keep our warrior one flow like that. If you want to try the additional balance challenge of coming into crescent lunge, you just pick that heel up, square your hips toward the short end of the mat. Inhale, exhale there. As we inhale, we're going to drop that heel back, find our way back to warrior two. Good. Breath in, crescent lunge or warrior one. Breath out, hold that lunge. Inhale as we open. Exhale back to warrior two. Good work. Inhale and exhale. This is simultaneously not that complicated and extremely complicated. Inhale, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on in your body. The choreography looks simple. Good, last time. Inhale, heading to crescent lunge or warrior one. Exhale, hold that, your best work right there. Inhale as we open. Exhale, we're back in warrior two. From here, breath in as we reach up, and breath out, let's forearm to the thigh, setting up our side angle pose. You can lean on that thigh with your hand or your forearm. We're going to give you the option to release it as you can anytime you want to. Right arm comes around, maybe to the hip, maybe behind the back, maybe get that half bind, give your thigh a little squeeze. Good. Open up that shoulder. Maybe if you want to, you can release that left arm. Maybe taking your eye gaze up toward the ceiling. That's a lot of work. It's a hard pose. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Big breath in. We're coming back to warrior two. I forgot to do this on the other side, so let's do it now. Up to the ball of the foot. Bend your knees a lot. Exhale, press that heel back down. Ooh, some beautiful warrior two going on, guys. Push into that left foot as we inhale. Exhale, reverse triangle, a little back bend, maybe a little relief and release. Cartwheel that around. We're going to turn our toes toward the front. Take a big breath in and exhale. Forward fold. And try to leave your legs just a little wider this time. I had you narrow it last time. Let's walk our hands so that they're right in front of that left leg, that right leg if possible, and then bend your right leg. See how far that lunge will let you go. Right there is gonna maybe feel like plenty. Bent leg on the right, straight leg on the left. If you wanna try, you can pick up the heel on the right, which may give you the ability to drop your hips down a little lower. Just lifting that heel up activates the front of the leg, protects the knee a little bit if you want to go deeper. You don't have to go deeper. You got nothing to prove. Good, let's straighten that right leg as we come up and put our hands in front of that left leg. Exhale, bend your left leg. Nice deep stretch there in that inner thigh. If you want to, you can pick that heel up and see how low your hips feel like going. Good. Walk it right back toward the center and then take 1 or 2 steps forward with your hands. So you're forward just a little bit. Lift both of your heels, bend both of your knees, and walk down to your knees. Yeah, it's that time already. We're gonna walk around, pick your knees up, do this safely. Tuck your toes under. Pick your knees up just a little bit, and then point your knees toward me. You're sitting on your side, on your left hip. Take your left arm, thread the needle under the right. And then let's let those eyes close as we roll up to face those nice bright lights there. Chest is open. If you want to take your blanket and just put it over the top half of your face, you can. We're just doing a nice supine twist. Shoulders sinking into the floor. Good. So let's bring our knees up and over to the other side. Anyway, that feels good. I'm going to readjust the whole thing so I can stay on the mat. You may want to do the same. And then your knees come over to the other side. Top arm reaches up and around. Back into our supine twist on the opposite side. Good. Chest is facing the ceiling. Knees are facing the side. With a lot of variability. One at a time, let's bring our knees in toward the chest. Reach your hands around either over the shins or under the calves. Just give your legs a little hug. Nice little bit of rock and roll right there. Keep your feet up off the floor, but let's make that diamond shape. Once again, we did it at the beginning. We're not going to come into happy baby this time, but we're going to prep for it. When you're ready to, gently keep that shape, but put your pinky toes down onto the floor. So you're in this supine diamond shape or butterfly shape, if you like that better. Good. Hands can come down to the floor. If that's too much, let your legs slide out. Feet further away from the hips is going to make that a little bit gentler. We're going to head in that direction anyway. But if you like it, just a moment of extra hip opening. This is a nice stopover. Big breath in, and on your exhale, let's let those legs slide out a little bit or a lot. Maybe you want to stop in this long diamond shape. Oof. That's all right. Maybe you want to continue all the way out to Shavasana. Legs are rolled open. Maybe you want to do a bend knee version of Shavasana, just like we started the class with the knees knocked in toward one another. And keep your breath slow and easy.
let's begin now to use our breath to bring our energy back into the room. Bringing your energy back into your body. You can begin moving gently. I'm just going to turn the lights back down for a second. You can begin moving gently, wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe sweeping your arms up over your head. Don't open your eyes yet because the light's going to get bright before it goes down. There we go. And then when you feel ready to open your eyes, you can. When you feel ready to gather your knees in toward the chest, please do. You can shake that out and do anything that feels right, because you have done the work, and this is the happy place after the work. When you are ready to sit up, you can roll over onto your side and press up, or give yourself a little pump. If you like to sit on a blanket or a block to keep your posture a little happier, you can. Otherwise, just choose a posture that feels good. I got an extra 5 minutes on this today. It's easy, but it was long. It wasn't easy either. Big breath in, reach it up. As we exhale, push your good energy all over the room. And then a big breath in, gather up everybody's good energy, all of our shared goodness, and bring that back wherever you need it today. And guys, thank you so much for bringing me your body and your trust and your humor and everything that you bring to the room physically or virtually. I really appreciate you guys being here. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Namaste. Well done.